Hey everybody, it's Gina here from Gina Makes It. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be sharing a few ways to create some soft romance inside of your junk journals. Now, it is winter where I am, and winter is in full effect more than winter has been in recent years. We are constantly getting lots of snow and the temperatures are well below freezing, -30 wind chills. It is very Arctic outside, and this year I am ready for winter to be over with. I am looking so forward to spring, and so I thought that my January/February journal would be sort of a manifestation of me sort of bringing spring in early. And so I decided to make this journal very romantic, very lacy, lots of beautiful vintage florals. And the first way that I am sort of creating a soft and gentle feel in my journal is by adding little phrases that remind me to stay soft in the season. And so I have a printable that has a bunch of different words on them, and I have it on my website, and it's free in case you are interested in downloading it. And right now I'm adding the phrase "my gentle season" behind this little needle book that I created, sort of an interactive flip out in. The printout that's on my website for free download has some pretty useful words that I think are pretty much applicable to most journals. It has just generic words like "my journal" in different sizes. It has different activities that you might find yourself interested in: reading, writing, cooking, baking, sewing, crafting, journaling, of course. And then it also has the 4 seasons on it, and then it has some softer phrases on it that sort of are aligned with my vision for this journal. So this little phrase that I'm cutting out here says "a delicate turning," and I'm going to add that to the upper right hand corner of this painting, this fine art painting that I added to the inside of my January-February journal cover. So this is like my winter journal, I'm going to call it. It's going to bring me probably to mid-February, maybe to March. We'll see. But a delicate turning is sort of indicative of multiple things. First, of course, we've turned a new year, we've turned a page on the calendar, but it also is representative of a reminder to sort of stay soft, stay gentle in a world that is not, in a world that is very harsh, that is very just kind of rough around the edges, and it's just sort of hard to maintain a delicacy when you find yourself completely immersed in this world. And so I'm trying through this journal and through the different printables that I'm making to create a very soft and delicate feel in the art that I am creating. So if you're interested in this download, just head on over to ginamakeitit.com, and it should be the most recent post if you are heading there when this video uploads. If not, you're viewing this at a later date, you can simply hit the tab at the top that says Papercraft, and you will be greeted with all sorts of different free templates and different posts about paper crafting. The second way that I am sort of maintaining this softness in my journal this season is by doing some journaling on some hearts, creating hearts out of vintage florals. Now, this heart and the other heart that I'm journaling on is actually part of a new kit in my Etsy store called Soft and Lovely, but I do have some free hearts on my website in that same spot that I was talking about before that I put on there last year. And I also have a video on how you can make your own hearts online using your computer. So there's many different ways to utilize hearts in your journaling. And I just think that hearts and vintage florals are the perfect match. They just create a sense of softness, a sense of beauty, and what I've done here is printed them on some matte photo paper, and then I glued them to a cereal box just to give them a little bit more sturdiness. And then what I did was add a piece of vintage writing paper to the back, and now I'm just gluing it on top of that cereal box and trimming around the edges before I start to do some journaling on it. Before I start to do my journaling, I am going to trim off these little excess pieces and also go around the edges just to make sure that it's glued down all the way to the edge, because sometimes when you trim something out, it doesn't get glued all the way to the surface edge after you've just trimmed it. So it's just a good idea to go around and make sure, like this, that you are getting all of your edges down. Otherwise, if you go to erase, sometimes it'll rip the writing paper or whatever it is that you're using. So another thing that I'm doing, which isn't really part of the list, but it's just something that I'm doing, is I'm trying to really work on my handwriting and to really utilize it more in a meaningful way. So I'm practicing lettering. I found a class at our local community college that I think I might take that is like an Italian Renaissance lettering class, and you'll just see me in my videos, hopefully moving forward, really trying to create a soft and gentle writing habit inside of my journal. Another technique that I decided to use is to add a piece of lace over an entire page. It really softens the page and it adds texture to the page. So I think you get sort of the same effect when you use texture paste with a stencil, but I think it's a little bit softer when you have a piece of lace like this. Now this lace was just in my stash and it had come from an estate sale, and I would say that Joann's would have this beautiful lace, something like this that you can buy, but Joann's is obviously no more. So you can check local fabric companies if you have some near you, or just look online for large pieces of lace like this. Another technique that I have been utilizing is to surround myself with supplies that really speak to me or bring me joy or spark joy. So I am just going through all of these pieces of ephemera and journaling cards and envelopes that I have created from another digital kit in my Etsy store called Petals in the Post. And I'm hoping to really use these envelopes part of another journaling project in a couple weeks. But for right now, I am just kind of going through them, trying to see if any coordinate with this page, to see how I want to use them. Sometimes by just going through my supplies, and I'm sure you have a stockpile of your own supplies that bring you joy, but sometimes by just going through them, it sparks inspiration, it sparks creativity, and it also creates new ways for me to use items together in a way that I hadn't thought of before. I also know that these envelopes are going to look really nice as an interactive element on my journal page. I just haven't gotten that far yet with my journaling. So right now I'm focused on journaling and creating these sort of very creative pages about the new year, about what's going on in January in my life specifically, not really documenting what's happening in the family's life. So if you watched my last two videos, you'll know that I created two different types of December journals. And so one was a December daily where I did document every sort of day, boring or not boring, in December. And that really tracked kind of like my kids, what they were doing, their concerts, their events, and all that good stuff. And then I had a December journal that was tailored really towards me and what I was doing and what I was thinking. And so that's what this journal is too. It is more of a reflective, sort of creative, artistic place that I can record thoughts or ideas or just anything really that is going on in my life right now. And I think to document the other stuff that inevitably goes on, I am going to use a more formal scrapbooking approach because I do find that my kids like to page through scrapbooks more than they do journals, at least at this age. And so does my husband. So that is what I'm doing here. So you'll see that my journals are going to be very more representative of me and this style than they ever have been. And I'm trying to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more artistic in them as well. And so I'm finding it both challenging and exciting, and I'm not putting a timer on anything, and as it comes is as it comes. So another tip that I have is to just add ruffles to everything. So this is an old piece of vintage fabric that I added to this little piece of ephemera, and you can see there's a ruffle at the top from Sari Silk of that. There's a ruffle of a crocheted piece of lace at the top of that page. So you can see sticking this little ruffled piece in is just so soft and so romantic inside of this journal, and it's really a very easy way to create that sort of gentleness in your journal if that's what you're looking to do. And you can use anything to do this. It doesn't have to be vintage at all. You can use very modern fabrics to achieve this. So I'm just getting ready for the next page in this journal, and I am going to pop this piece of ephemera in this pocket with this beautiful vintage plate, and it is all ready for me to start journaling in the next time I sit down. As always, thanks so much for watching and subscribing and commenting. I really do appreciate it. I will see you next time. Bye.